What's up, y'all? Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. Once again, we are going to talk about, drumroll please, Beyond the Gates. We have fortunately seen Mr. Ted exit, and we have come with the new Ted. And every time he is doing a scene, they introduce the new Ted or whatever. And I do it like, I'm not going to sit him here in front. I was the first one to say, oh my God, no, we don't need a new Ted. No, he can be on the show, because I'm not going to say I'm not going to stop nobody back. I want you to still be on the show, but not as Ted, because I was so used to it. It's going to get familiar to used to, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. I think if we would have saw this Ted more in the first time, I think we would have still, he's more calm than the other Ted is. When I mean, like, okay, when I say calm, okay, he's doing the role. He's coming to the houses. He's more apologetic. The other one was apologetic too, but he was more, you could tell he was more stern. This one is more, I'm relaxed. I'm not trying to do too much. And I love the fact, I'm going to go ahead and say it. Shout out to him. Now, okay, I'm not good with names, so let me look him up because I want to give him a good shout out. I know he played on Dreamgirls, and he has played on Saints and Sinners. He's played in a lot of projects, so I'm going to give him a right shout out because I want to talk about this. Because he's one of those relaxed. He came and relaxed. You know how you come in there? His name is Keith Robinson. So sorry about that, Mr. Keith. Mr. Keith Robinson came in and he's playing Ted. He's not overreacting. He's not going over the top. He's not gonna say, I'm coming in here, I'm replacing the old Ted, and I'm gonna come in here and I'm just gonna do this. No, Keith Robinson is calm. He's listening, and he's taking it all in. He's doing good. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. All the backlash, because heck, I was one of them. I was like, anybody asked for him. But I mean, I didn't say, he couldn't take the job, but whatever. What I mean was, he could come on to work. He could be anybody, but please, no, we like our Ted. But I want everybody to get their back. So I do appreciate that he's came in and he is not overdoing it as Ted. He's coming in. He came to talk to Bill, and Bill's a snake. I'm sorry, he's a snake. And Haley, I hope he gets his karma with Haley. Now, we see Danny and her friend at the casino, and they run into Doug. Now, are they gonna tell Vanessa? I think that Doug should tell Vanessa that he has a gambling problem. And because she thinks it's something else. And I'm going to go ahead and say it. While she's sitting here judging. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and say it. She's sitting here. She had a moment of judging Ted. But hold on, baby. You be sleeping with other people. Does your husband know about this? Does he know about your extramarital affairs? I know that Nicole wants to put her house up for, I was about to say adoption. She wants to put her house up for sale. I know she's going through a lot right now. She's a therapist. And I'm going to go ahead and say she's like one of those therapists, just like, when Janet Jackson played a therapist in Why Did I Get Married. She's like, it's like to me, she's like, I fix everybody else, but right now I can't fix what's going on in my life. And I'm going to go ahead and say the better way to fix this is to sit down with your husband. Not having everybody come in. Because I'm going to go ahead and say, when you and your husband do move on, everybody else ain't going to move on. Okay, so we have Ava. Ava comes to pizza night at the Martins, at Martin's house. In Smitty's house. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Smitty is gonna find out the truth about Martin. I know he is. I just feel it, cause like it's cause he's gonna deep dive, cause he is a reporter and he finds out stuff. And I'm gonna go ahead and say it. He sat down with Bill because Bill made something about made a comment about Martin or whatever. And when he finds out, it's not gonna be good. And I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I wish that Smitty would go talk to Vernon, but Vernon and Nita are keeping a secret from Smitty about Martin. I'm going to go ahead and say I don't think Nicole nor Ted knows anything about it. Now, we have Miss Cat. Miss Cat is about to get to the bottom and see who ran Laura off the road. And I'm going to go ahead and say, if you think your half-sister Ava, I know you do not like Ava, but if you think Ava did, I need you to use that discernment you have. Because Leslie straight there lied. And as a mother, and I'm not a mother, but as a mother seeing a mother lie about their child when they're supposed to. I've seen mothers cover for their children. Heck, I even see a boy mom cover and know her child did it, and she still lied. And I'm like, bruh, Leslie is out to get everybody, including her own daughter. She called her to the restaurant to show her about a cease and desist letter. Instead of, because that day was her birthday, you didn't say nothing. Even Ted tried to come talk to you about, hey, I'm doing something for Ava, you're invited. And that was sweet. That was a big growth moment for Ted. I don't care what nobody says. That's just my opinion. He had a growth moment. He went to his baby mama house to go see if she wants to come to a little celebration for Ava. and she wasn't really caring. You're so embedded in hurting everybody. You're even putting your daughter on that list. Because why would you tell Kat that you knew Kat was up to something when she came to your house and you called her taking pictures of you and your daughter? You know what? And I'm also saying this. Even though Kat was talking to her cousin Chelsea, and her and Chelsea are very close, Chelsea was trying to have a moment with her. Just talking to her. You want to talk about everything else. Chelsea like, girl, I'm coming here to vent. You know how you have a friend that you're trying to come vent to and they're trying to talk about something else? Like, girl, hush. I'm trying to have my venting session. I know the feeling. But, what else do I want to talk about? So, Ava came to Martin and Smitty's house. And, of course, the young lady that Tyrell likes or whatever is at the house. Because the sister, Samantha, offered her notes or whatever. Samantha is very vocal. She does not like Ava. But she let Ava do her hair. And I think Ava did a good job. And do I see them becoming friends? Yes, I do. Eventually, down the road. I'm going to go ahead and say I believe that her and Kat will be friends. And I know everyone's like, no, man, not going to become friends. They'll become friends. But I'm going to say this. She has to work really hard to trust Kat. Because I'm going to say this. Kat's important, loves her family. So I will say this. I believe that she would. And she is a daddy's girl. So I'm going to say this. If she wants to see her daddy happy, well, not even her daddy happy, I think her and Ava will become friends. But I'm going to go ahead and say it's not going to be an overnight situation. It's not. But I love how this soap opera is actually not moving too slow. I was like, okay, it's kind of moving slow. I like because when stuff starts out, I'm like, oh my gosh, pick up the pace. But it's actually going at a nice pace. And I love that. And I'm really loving Beyond the Gate. If you haven't already, please check it out. It's on Paramount Plus and it comes on every day at 2 p.m. on CBS. And it got renewed for season 2. Yay! I'm so excited! Okay. So, what else do I want to talk about? They had pizza night. Samantha was very vocal about her being there. Ava was like, I'll leave or whatever. She was like, yeah, goodbye, whatever. And Martin, I'm going to go ahead and say, Martin is being the good big brother. He's trying to be the peacemaker because he invited Kat and he invited Ava. And Kat was like, no. Like, heck no. Like, hell no. And it was so funny, but I liked the fact when, Leslie was there at one episode and she was at Orphe G's and Ava was talking to her and Martin and Verna overheard it and she made Ava upset and they said something. And I like the fact that Vernon is more of like the peacemaker or whatever. I know that Anita and Danny had a conversation with Ava and they said, she said, you're your father's child or whatever, but you will never, how you hurt my daughter, you'll never be a part of the Dupree. I'm going to go ahead and say it. I think they will, because I'm going to go ahead and say these are the same people that went to Bill's wedding, because he threatened them. And I will say this, I believe that Anita is very forgiving, but I will say this, if Nicole is very accepting of them, I know, because one thing about Nicole is a peacemaker. Now I'm going to go ahead and say, this would have been Bill's child, no. Danny, no, because Danny is a ball of fire, and Nicole is more of, I'm peaceful, but don't piss me off because don't let this nice face fool you. I will lay in your ass. That's how she is. And Vanessa, I need you to go worry about your husband because okay, he did surgery on June. So June is a homeless lady, and she had pneumonia, and one of the doctors got pulled away from doing the surgery on her. So Doug had to do her surgery. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say, Doug, you need to get your wife involved because I think Vanessa would help you. But I will say this. Stop trying to sleep with, Vanessa, stop trying to sleep with Doug. Come on now. Because, baby, you have a whole husband at the house. I'm going to go ahead and say it. If Doug had you help him and then he divorced you, I wouldn't be mad. Because you just throwing that hot pocket at everybody. Lord have mercy. And you're a beautiful woman. You could just stay with your husband. But I don't know why she's doing this. I don't know if she's alone or whatever. But I know her kids are not here. They're currently in college, so it's a lot. It's a lot for Vanessa, but it doesn't give you a reason to be throwing a hot pocket. It doesn't. I know that Doug works a lot, and I know she probably thought Doug was cheating. I'm gonna go ahead and say I remember when she thought Doug was cheating. I'm just looking like, baby, you the one that's cheating, so why the heck you mad? But Doug is cheating at the table. Yeah, he's cheating at the table because that's what he's doing. He's not coming home. That's his cheating for the table. And he's lying about not, doing what he's doing or whatever. And Shanice, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Shanice, I need her to get back into that nosiness. I know she is nosy and she's that gossip one, but I need her more. But I'm also saying this, she's a good actress too. I want her to do more than just be nosy. Okay, let's talk about Derek and Ashley. I know everybody hates talking about Derek and Ashley because they say they're so boring. But I'm also saying this, Derek and Ashley, I don't even think they should have moved in together. He should have just renewed his lease with his woes, his partners, because yeah, Ashley don't even want you there. I'm gonna go ahead and say you're irritating her. And then, okay, let's talk about Andre, because Andre is my favorite. I love Andre and Danny's dynamic. They just click. And did y'all see how Nicole figured it out that they got something going on? And Danny was like, no, she played it off, but no, Nicole, don't sit this one out, baby. You read that whole Bible. They fucking. But y'all, where was I at? Okay, I was talking about Derek and Ashley. Derek and Ashley, I just think now. I know a lot of people want them off the show, but it's okay. They can be on the show. It's okay. But I will say this: they need to just separate because they're no. And next week we see that Derek overhears Ashley and Andre together. I'm gonna go ahead and say Andre does want her, but I don't know if he still wants her, but I know he did want her. My mom said this: just focus on Danny and Ashley. You don't even want Derek, and Derek is pissing you off. He really is. It's irking me to watch it because it's just like, okay, what? No, just break them up. They don't even want to be together. Well, he might want to be with her. He was talking about buying a bigger place. Ashley just wants her cozy little apartment. I don't blame her, but also this: if y'all are living together, I'm gonna go ahead and say she don't even want to live with him. She don't. That's what it is. She just doesn't want to live with him. Instead of just saying that, she doesn't, because I'm gonna say this: she asked Derek about marriage, and he was like, not right now. Okay, then there's not right now move in either. So, yeah, I don't know, y'all. I just watch. It's called We Listen, We Don't Judge. But I'm judging. Maybe y'all shouldn't have lived together. But, hey. And Jacob went to go talk to Leslie. Let's see how this goes, because Kat came and showed him a recording, whatever. And I'm going to go ahead and say, as a detective, and he knows, I'm not a detective, I'm talking about Jacob being a detective, he knows who's lying, because she knows too many details. I'm going to go ahead and say, Kat's so adamant of getting Ava back, I'm going to go ahead and say, baby, Ava ain't even doing nothing wrong no more. Heck, when her mom showed her the cease and desist, and her mom's like, Leslie was like, Danny, whatever the heck her name is, was like, talk to your Dana, talk to your dad or whatever. And she was like, what you mean I'm not getting the recording? I love that Ava said that, because I'm also this is the same mom that put you out. She's like, Mama, don't you miss me or whatever? And I'm like, bruh, you don't miss your daughter? You don't care about your daughter? It's just like, damn, you really upset. So I'm going to go ahead and say it. So when Ted get her new whip, you going to be mad too if he did? I'm just saying. Because he was like, would I get my daughter for her birthday? He didn't know what to get her. If he gets her a car, because I know he's talking about getting her apartment. I know she has her car already, but what if he wants to get her a nice car? I don't know what kind of car she has, but I'm just saying. It could be a nice car already, but I'm just saying. But, I mean, what if you got her a nice car, something she wanted, and, yeah. But then we're going to hear Kat's mouth. But I'm going to say this, baby, you've been spoiled too. Let the girl have her moment too with her daddy, because y'all share the same daddy, okay? I know she's the half-sister, but come on now. Don't be so rude. I mean, I understand how Ava was introduced, but I'm going to say this, forgiveness is good. It's good for the soul. The forgiveness is not for her, it's for you, because, yeah. Right now you're upset because she was like, if I was never born, did I basically save y'all marriage? Would you have left mom for which car? I'm gonna go ahead and say I think Ted wanted to say yes, but I'm gonna say this: Leslie probably was not like that when he first started messing with her. But also I'm gonna say this: it was both Ted and Leslie. You knew he was married, and you knew you was married. You knew what vows you made vows with Nicole. So you knew better not to which car. I understand you were abandoned, yes. Now I also say this: when couples feel abandoned, I think that's when they need to talk to each other the most, not talk to other people else. Because I tell my friends countless of times, girl, talk to your man. Talk to your man. Same thing they'll tell me. But like I said, I'm not in a relationship. But if I was, I would want that. Because I will say this: when y'all be cool with each other, it's y'all against the world. It's no one else. People can have an opinion, but at the end of the day, you are sleeping with that person. You are living with that person. You're doing this with this person. You're doing this and that. So, honey, be careful who you vent to when it comes to your man. But if you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. And you don't want to miss any of my updates about Beyond the Gates or anything. But I hope you guys loved my review, my breakdown, and my rant. All right, you guys. Thank you. Bye.